Hello world and welcome in a new video from Kasia Hyper. Today we're gonna have a different video than I did in the past. It's going to be a Q&A, like a question and answers. I have asked the last months a lot to all my followers and all my friends what questions they would have had or they would still have to ask me. I wrote some down and we're gonna answer them today. So enjoy. The first question that we're gonna answer is: have you had any memorable interactions or experience with audience? Actually, yeah, I do. The first time that I had a paid gig, and it was in Amsterdam, I was going on stage, and after my first show performance that I had, a girl came to me and she asked me, "Are you this girl from RuPaul's Drag Race?" And I was like, "No." I would love to be on RuPaul's Drag Race. But then we started talking and I said like, "No, oh, you look like you're so beautiful." And she was so nice. And the whole evening she was cheering me up. She filmed my whole performance that evening. And later on we started talking. She's not from Holland, she's from Ireland and was on vacation. And it was her second time coming back. And we had so much fun this evening. After the whole evening and my performances, we started talking how her life is and how she experienced the whole evening. And she said like, "Oh my gosh, I'm such a fan of you and you're so beautiful and you did so well." Every time that I'm thinking about this moment, I'm like, oh, this is one of the reasons why I'm going on stage. Not to hear that I'm beautiful, because of course I know. No, it is to hear the excitement from all the fans and all the people that I'm performing for. That is my whole goal. Hey, and welcome back. I did already some foundation and I'm busy with contouring, or not even the contouring, how do we call it? I'm just busy with makeup, you know? Anyway, the next question is: how do you incorporate your own personal stories and experience in your drag performance? I see drag actually as therapy. What I do like, if I have had a rough week and I'm just not completely in the mood or something, I'm looking for songs that are just really embodying that feeling. So on stage you will even have more of empowerment, because these feelings that are in the song or in your performances, they are there. So it is real things. That is how I embody my own personal stories. But at the same time, there are competitions where I've done that are coming in the future, so I cannot say that much about it. But actually, I think 2 or 3 days after this video is launched, you will hear a lot about this, or maybe you have heard already before that. I don't know completely, so I will be quiet. But in this competition, I did embody a lot of my own personal stories, and you will see and hear that on the moment that I can share more talk about it. But drag is for me therapy. I really just love that I can combine it. Like, of course there has to be a line in where what is Gwen and who is Kasia Hyper, but this line I'm looking for, I'm trying to find it out, and that is actually so fine. It is a whole story. It's not that it is only this and it is that. It is both, it's me. And sometimes it's really hard to divide them both. And for now, it is sometimes a combination of, so personal stories, personal experiences. It is just therapy. The next question is actually really combined with the question before, and I was already a little talking about it. But the next question is: what impact has drag on your life outside of drag? And actually, drag had a lot of impact in my normal life. Firstly of all, when I started doing drag, I was going through a hard time in my life. Like, just had gone through a burnout, where I'm still currently in. I'm getting much better every day, but it's really fine. But drag really helped me getting out of the whole down mood, let's say it like this. I was just going through a lot and life was just not that easy for me. So drag was really for me an escape, and I'm now in a point in life where I'm looking for a much better balance between Kasia, between Gwen, and the balance is much better than, let's say, half a year ago. Yeah, that is what drag brought me in life. Just a lot of good things. Hello. The question that I had was, how do you stay motivated and inspired to continue growing and evolving as a drag performer? The things for me, what keeps me motivated and keeps me inspired to go through with drag is drag itself. It is so big, and for me as an ADHDer, I can lose my motivation. I was in the beginning, like when I started doing drag, I do remember that I had this conversation with my mom, and that I said to, like, maybe I shouldn't do drag, because what if in 3 months I'm done with it, and then I bought so many makeup stuff and I'm not gonna use it ever again. And then at the same time, the quote in my head came true, like, if I'm not gonna try it, how will I know if I do like it and if it is something for me? I did it. And 1 year later, actually 2 years almost, I'm still doing it. And for me, the part that keeps me motivated is that when you're doing drag, or when I'm doing drag, I can do my makeup. That is one thing. I can prepare wigs. I am trying to make my own nails. I am trying and making my own clothes. I can do so many things for drag that if I'm done with, for example, doing nails, then I'm gonna do makeup. That keeps me motivated. The next question was, how do you approach finding or creating outfits for your drag persona? And actually, this is a connection to the one before. How do I look for outfits and looks? It can be so many ways. My brain is like a big ball that's rolling all the time, full of creativity. And sometimes I just see, for example, I've seen season 16 from Drag Race, and in one of the episodes there is Queen Q that made this incredible head that was flowing when she moved, and I was so inspired to make that one, that I'm trying by myself with different materials to make a similar head. I am inspired by my own creativity, by the themes that I'm getting, by the internet, by my fellow drag queens that I know or that I'm following on Instagram or on any social media nowadays. And we're back. The next question is, what legacy or impact do you hope to leave as a drag performer? My dream is to have my own house, and the House of Hyper. How amazing does it sound? Say it, House of Hyper. Oh my gosh, I would love to leave a legacy like this, and have a lot of time. Like, I'm young, life has a lot of things to give, so who knows, that would be my main goal. What is the most challenging part of getting into drag? I do think that the most challenging part of everything for me is the eyebrows. I am always struggling with my eyebrows. That is something that is for me the hardest thing. Beside of that, I don't think, like, preparing everything, the whole concept and everything, that is always a hard thing to do. Like, have everything finished how I imagining it and what I can do is sometimes really, really tough. But the eyebrows, that is for me the most struggling part. What is your favorite part of performing? I have said it already before in the video, but for me the favorite part is to entertain the audience, to connect with the audience, to have like them, to give them an unforgettable evening. And yeah, for me that is like the amazing part of performing. Hello. And we did already your eyes. Like, look at me, I'm so beautiful. Anyway, next question. And the next question is, can you share a memorable experience from one of your performances? My most memorable experience is my first show. It was also the show that I won. So of course is that the most memorable pageant was called Dazzling Drag Artist. I've been the runner-up. It was my first time on stage as drag artist, and it was 35 degrees. Like, my makeup was not doing well, the airco was not doing it. I was so overwhelmed about everything, and I was so enjoying it. And then being on stage, it went all so fast. Oh my gosh, that was for me like the best experience ever. Ready for another question? What challenges have you encountered so far, and how did you overcome them? I think the biggest struggle or the biggest challenge that I have had during my drag period is a money issue. Like, in general, makeup is not that cheap, clothes are not cheap. In general, how we are living now in the world, everything is pretty expensive. And makeup, clothes, nails, everything has a price. And for now, I cannot spend that much on drag, so it is really a struggle, and I find my ways. I started doing and making my own clothes. I started making my own nails, so I didn't have to buy them and everything. But it is the challenge in it is that you have to start everything from the beginning. So the first nails that I made were like freaking ugly. And now I will not say that I'm better than a nail artist, but I can say that I can go out with the nails and feel okay, and that maybe people will think that I didn't make them by myself. But most of the things that I do in drag, I do make by myself, because that is in the end much cheaper. Hey, how are you doing? This is the full look, as you can see. And we are not done yet. One of the next questions is, what do you hope to achieve or experience through your journey in drag? I want to experience a lot, like from performing to helping people to maybe have a drag daughter or drag son. You never know what's going to happen in the future. Everything is possible. What else? I would love to go and drag once to a festival. Like, how amazing would that be? Just partying, not being a performer, but just being in the audience. Doing much more shows, maybe having my own place where I will perform weekly or monthly. Maybe it's also simple or so easy to achieve, but these are the goals for now. And you never know what will happen in the future and what the future will bring. So I'm open for everything, and I will see where I will be. And last question, but before I will ask that one, if you didn't subscribe on my channel, it would be amazing. Give it a like. Follow me on Instagram or TikTok or any social media as you want to be updated with the next videos and everything else. I really did and still do enjoy making videos. I would love to have in the future from you all more questions that I can answer, so I can do another Q&A. And if you ever have questions, or you want to know something else, or you need help to start drag, don't be scared and just contact me on any of my socials. I'm really there to help you and to tell my experience. That's all that I can do, and I'm there for you if you are there for me, and let's make the world a better place. But before I'm ending this video, last question. What aspect of drag are you most excited for to explore and develop in the future? I do think that I'm most excited for the performing, because I didn't do that much performance, and like the only performance that I did are just the regular dance, high upbeat tempo performances. I would love to in the future develop myself to make more ballads, my thing also, and also where I really want to do my best for is comedy. In general, it's not my strongest suit, and I would love to make it better, because in the end I want to be an all performance queen, on every aspect in what drag can give, can bring, and that's also comedy. So that are the things that I would love to develop in the makeup, of course, in clothes, in everything. I am excited to just develop and evolve into a much better queen than I am already during the years, and I am so excited uh, to what the future bring. Like, let's say now there is almost 1 year, and what will happen in 5 years? Well, where will I be in 5 years? I cannot imagine how far it will be. But that is the future, and only the future knows, and will bring it to me, to you, to everybody. I am really happy that you have watched my video. Thank you for everything, and see you in the next one. Later.